Azuta Mbata's emergence as President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo is good for the unity of Ndigbo-Wobia. And now to the news info. Isaac Nwaobia is the Archbishop of Aba Ecclesiastical Province, Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion. He is also the leader of Wike Igbo Development Association. In this interview with Godfrey Oforum, he spoke on issues of development in the Southeast region, with leadership in Igbo land and the synergy needed among various levels of government to reshape the Southeast region of Nigeria. The excerpt from the interview. The interviewer asked him what is the essence of annual Igbo Prayer and Fasting Day, instituted by the Union on January 15. He said, prayer and fasting are necessary for us to thank God for bringing the Civil War to an official end on that date in 1970, and to equally remember the souls of all those that died in that unfortunate 3 years tragedy. The victims, the heroes, and the heroines who died, they all came from families and sacrificed their lives for the Igbo race. In future, we shall organize a gathering where members of their family will participate, so we have prayed and remembered them in several churches today. We want it to be repeated every year. If we don't recall the past, we will not march forward for the present. You recall that even the government has directed that history should be taught in schools. This is because if we don't recall the past, we can't plan for the future. So January 15 is important to Ndigbo. Okay, the interviewer asked again, this is 2025, what should Ndigbo expect from Igwe? He said, aside the prayers, I see this year as one that will bring good fortune for Ndigbo. Igwe is geared towards projecting the Igbo nation in good light. We shall mobilize Igbo leaders from all corners of the world to take the cause of Igbo race effectively. Igbos are scattered all over the world uncoordinated. The talents of the Igbos are unharnessed. The amenities God has given to us are tapped without recourse. So, Igwe as a union will mobilize forces to ensure that Igbo land is not in any way left behind in the push for growth and development. Okay, the interviewer asked again, what is your expectation from the newly elected President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo and other members of his cabinet who were elected in Enugu recently? He said, Ohanaeze is the apex umbrella body of Igbo leadership, no doubt about that. However, I'll call on them to play that fatherly role properly now, because Igbo need fathers right now. We've looked into the activities of the Ohanaeze in the past and discovered that it has been dominated by politics of the governors, which should not have happened. When a governor is instrumental to the emergence of a chairman or a president general, there is that unnecessary control, yes. Of course, the governor will want to control the things that happen. There is that unnecessary control. Honestly, we are not saying that Ohanaeze should be on loghead with the governors. Never. They need that synergy to serve Ndigbo better. However, the structure of Ohanaeze Ndigbo leadership is the one that is operated with strata and levels. It starts from local government, state to national, so there is no way they can internally get funds to run Ohanaeze to avoid this perceived control from political office holders. He who pays the piper dictates the tune. If Ohanaeze can detach themselves from the financial control of the governors and raise their own funds independently, it must surely lead to paradigm shifts in the way they do things. Checks and balances of the activities of the Igbo governors will be important to them, yes, because they are their children as well, who they need to call to order when necessary to remember their oath of office. If a governor is paying their bills, they will not have the courage to question the governor's activities. Very true. Very, very true. Style of governance and other administrative lapses. This lack of checks from strong voices like Ohanaeze makes some of these leaders to feel that they have done well, but obviously they have not done well. So we are expecting that Ohanaeze Ndigbo worldwide should try within their powers to be independent. I'm sure that if they are independent today, they'll see funds coming from where they've never expected. The Igbo sons and daughters scattered all over the world have what it takes to fund Ohanaeze, if only they see genuine desire to take on having an Ohanaeze PG from Igbos outside the Southeast. So that's one of the benefits of the just concluded Ohanaeze's election. John Azuta Mbata, a well-known leader from the Ikwerres clan in Rivers State, becoming the Ohanaeze President General is good for the unity of Ndigbo. It gives the right message out there that the Igbo race have its indigenous home beyond the well-known Southeast states that have over the years misinterpreted to be Igbo land. The message is clear, highlighted with the development. It equally shows that all over Igbo land we have credible people to take up leadership at all times and when required. He said the EC Southeast Development Commission is capable of rebuilding the region from ruins, or does FD need to do more? I must answer by saying yes. The obvious complaints about marginalization are there and true in most cases, yes. However, I don't see and I don't believe the federal government is cheating us totally. We have elected officers all over this place who are handling our resources. We need to ask them questions. I studied at the University of Ibadan UI. The first thing I saw at UI was the cultural center. Now, that cultural center, as I learned, was built as a result of 1 million naira that was given to each state then by the federal government for it. Here then, it was Imo, Abia, and some parts of Ebonyi State together. Then, while on other parts, we had Enugu, Anambra, and some parts of Ebonyi together as well. So I got curious and I was asking, and I didn't see any. It became obvious that the 1 million naira from the federal government just disappeared. I equally visited some states in the northern part of Nigeria and I see constituency projects of their legislators, good road networks in the school, but here it is not happening. I want to say that every person needs to contribute to the development of Igbo. We should not just throw everything on the shoulders of the federal government. Yes, so we need to know what the state governments are doing. What about the local government? What are they doing? These resources for governance in Nigeria are shared into three. Those two are doing internally. A situation where everyone is looking at Abuja while we ignore what is happening or coming to the states is embarrassing. So if they complement each other, we'll see more development here. Exactly. Most of the time, the governors are the issues. The local government are the issues. They are not the money that they're supposed to use. They are pocketing it. That's just it. It's not every time we cannot be blaming the federal government. Truly, we cannot, because they're actually giving these people money to do their job. They are disbursing money to them, but they are the ones that are not using it. It's truly embarrassing. So if they complement each other, we will see more development here. So the Southeast Development Commission is a good creation by FG, but they can't do it alone. For the Southeast Development Commission, I'm happy that people that will be in charge are our people as well. They are not strangers to the needs of the Southeast. God has given the leadership of the Commission an opportunity to make changes in the lives of their people and equally write their own names in gold. I urge them to serve with sincerity. This is a privilege God has given to them to put smiles on the faces of people. History shall be kind to them all. If they can touch lives positively, late Jumbo Jasper, a professor who wrote the memo of OMPADEC and NDDC, complained that the operators did not follow the guidelines and plans for the establishment. We advise that those in the South posterity will not judge them terribly. Let them work for the Southeast people. I hope so. I really hope that they work truly for the Southeast people. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.